You don't believe we're on the eve of destruction.
Some songs don't just play, they tap you on the shoulder and ask you to remember who you used to be.
Tell me over and over and over.
You see, 1965 was one of those years when the radio felt alive, humming from kitchen counters, warm dashboards, and crowded record shops.
And I looked into your big brown eyes.
And hiding inside that soundtrack were artists who delivered one shining moment, then disappeared like the last glow of a drive-in screen. That's the beautiful thing about one-hit wonders. They leave quick, but they leave deep. Today, we rewind to hits that briefly ruled 1965 and still echo in the heart decades later. Number 1, Keep On Dancing by the Gentrys. The first beat of Keep On Dancing feels like stepping into a high school gym where everything smells faintly of floor wax and teenage nerves. The Gentrys weren't polished stars. They were a Memphis garage band fueled by pure adrenaline. And somehow, their rough around the edges charm made the song impossible to resist. You see, the whole track was literally looped to make it longer, but that only added to its scrappy personality. Larry Raspberry's vocals chased a beat that practically shouted, "Don't overthink it, move." It climbed to number 4 and turned these local kids into brief national heroes. The fame didn't last, but the feeling did. Whenever the riff kicks in, you're young again, waiting for someone to pull you onto the dance floor. Some hits fade out. This one keeps nudging you back into the moment.
Let me tell you about the birds and the bees and the flowers and the trees.
Number 2, The Birds and the Bees by Jewel Akens.
And a thing called love.
The Birds and the Bees sounds like a soft breeze drifting through an open window on a perfect spring morning. Jewel Akens delivered the melody with a smile you could practically hear.
And I looked into your big brown eyes.
Gentle, warm, the kind of tone that makes the whole world feel simpler for 3 minutes. And here's the thing, the song came from a 12-year-old songwriter. That innocence lingers in every line. Add Hal Blaine's steady drums, Leon Russell's shimmering piano, and a floating chorusing effect, and suddenly you've got a little daydream pressed onto vinyl. It hit number 3 and charmed listeners far beyond American shores.
When I look into your big brown eyes.
Akens never captured another moment quite this magical, but maybe he didn't need to. This song feels like one of those memories you keep tucked away, the sunlit kind you return to when life feels heavy. Sometimes a single light is enough to brighten an entire year. Number 3, Wooly Bully by Sam the Sham and the Pharaohs. Wooly Bully doesn't just start, it pounces. That organ hits, and suddenly you're inside a packed roller rink where the air smells like popcorn and excitement. Sam the Sham and the Pharaohs weren't trying to be refined. They wanted chaos, laughter, and movement. And boy, they got it. You see, while British bands were dominating the airwaves, this Tex-Mex rock tornado snuck in and stole the whole party. 1 million copies sold. Billboard's #1 song of 1965. Not bad for a group who dressed like comic book characters and sang about a creature nobody could quite describe. The magic didn't last forever, but that wasn't the point. This song still feels like a mischievous friend grabbing your arm and pulling you into the crowd. It doesn't ask for meaning, it just asks you to let go and smile while you do it.
You were on my mind.
Number 4, You Were On My Mind by We 5.
You were on my mind.
Some songs feel like they've been waiting for the right moment to find you. You Were On My Mind carries that quiet magic.
Oh, I got worries. Oh.
We 5 took a tender folk tune and lifted it into something light and hopeful, like sunlight spilling onto a bedroom floor. Beverly Bivens' voice, soft but steady, gives the track its heartbeat.
So into the corner.
You see, the way the arrangement grows, from gentle strum to full, bright chorus, mirrors the way a simple thought can swell into a feeling you can't ignore.
Just to ease my pain.
The song climbed to number 3, lingered on easy listening charts, and became a soundtrack to countless summer afternoons. The band never landed another hit this big, but maybe that's because this one said everything it needed to. It's the rare song that feels both private and universal, as if it belongs to anyone who ever held a quiet longing in their chest.
You don't believe we're on the eve of destruction.
Number 5, Eve of Destruction by Barry McGuire.
You don't believe we're on the eve of destruction.
Then comes the storm. Eve of Destruction doesn't ease you in. It stares you straight in the soul. Barry McGuire's gravelly voice sounds like someone carrying the weight of every headline in 1965.
The Eastern world, it is exploding.
Vietnam, civil rights battles, nuclear fear humming in the background of daily life. You see, this wasn't a protest song. It was a warning, almost a plea. And the wildest part? McGuire nailed it in one take.
Violence flaring, bullets loading.
That raw urgency is still baked into every line. Some stations banned it, calling it too dark, but young listeners understood exactly what he meant. The track shot to number 1 and gave McGuire a brief, blazing moment of fame.
Tell me over and over and over.
He never repeated it, but that's the nature of lightning strikes. This song survives because honesty survives. It's not just something you hear, it's something you feel long after the needle lifts. Number 6, Land of a Thousand Dances by Cannibal and the Headhunters. Land of a Thousand Dances feels like a spark that accidentally hits a firework. Suddenly, everything's loud, bright, and impossible not to move to. Cannibal and the Headhunters brought a raw East LA energy that made the song jump out of every jukebox it touched. And here's the thing, the famous na 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 hook wasn't planned. Frankie Garcia forgot the lyrics, panicked, and filled the silence with rhythm. The crowd loved it so much, it became the soul of the track. Their version hit number 30, earned them a spot opening for the Beatles, and turned a simple dance tune into a cultural snapshot. They never repeated that success, but that's the charm of one-hit wonders. This song still feels like a wild house party. Sweaty, joyful, a little unpolished, but unforgettable. Sometimes the magic happens when you stop worrying and just let the music carry you. Number 7, Goldfinger by Shirley Bassey.
Of death from Mr. Goldfinger.
Goldfinger enters the room the way a Bond villain would. confidently, dramatically, soaking up every ounce of attention. Shirley Bassey didn't just sing this theme, she commanded it. Her voice came in like a velvet hammer, rich and controlled, yet powerful enough to rattle the walls.
Beckons you to enter his way of sin.
You see, she wasn't sure she even wanted to record it at first. Then she heard the arrangement, and the rest is movie history gold. She held one note so fiercely during recording that she nearly passed out, but that effort baked pure drama into every second.
Pour in your ear, but his lights can't disguise what you feel.
The song climbed to number 8 and became her defining hit, even though she never matched that chart success again. But honestly, she didn't need to.
Pretty girl, beware of his heart of gold.
Goldfinger still feels like stepping into a world of tuxedos, danger, and sparkling deception. The kind of song that turns any living room into a cinematic moment. Number 8, The Boy from New York City by the Ad Libs. Some songs strut, and The Boy from New York City absolutely struts. The Ad Libs blended doo-wop sweetness with R&B swagger.
Someday I hope to make it my own mind.
Creating a tune that feels like walking down a city sidewalk on a perfect spring day. You can almost hear the traffic, feel the breeze, and see that mysterious boy turning every head as he passes. Produced by the legendary Jerry Lieber and Mike Stoller,
And it's neat, and oh so sweet.
the track shines with crisp harmonies and a rhythm that practically bounces. It climbed to number 8 on the charts and became the group's one shimmering moment in the national spotlight. The Ad Libs never cracked the top 10 again,
And just the way he looked at me, it swept me off my feet.
but this tune stayed alive on oldie stations, commercials, and anywhere nostalgia thrives. You see, some hits don't need depth, they just need to make you smile. And this one still does, every single time. Number 9, The Jerk by the Larks. The Jerk is pure mid-60s joy, the kind that made every teen run to the nearest mirror and try out the latest dance craze. Don Julian saw his sisters. Kids doing those quirky, jerky movements, and he knew instantly it had potential. The Larks recorded it with the kind of energy that makes you want to move, even if you have no idea what you're doing. You see, the beat is simple, almost hypnotic, and that's what makes it perfect. It shot to number 7, igniting dance floors everywhere and inspiring imitators who tried and failed to capture the same magic. The Larks never repeated the feat, but the dance they popularized became a cultural snapshot. Play this song now and watch people instinctively start swinging their arms. Some memories live in the body, not the brain. This is one of them. Number 10, Liar, Liar by the Castaways. Liar, Liar hits like a mischievous grin, quick, sharp, and impossible to forget. The Castaways wrote it on a napkin in 2 hours, and somehow that rough spontaneity became the heart of the track. Robert Fulshow's falsetto leaps out immediately. Strange in the best way, while Dick Roby's sudden scream slices through the song like a burst of teenage drama. You see, garage rock wasn't about polish, it was about attitude, and this song had buckets of it. Recorded in Minneapolis, it climbed to number 12 and turned a group of local musicians into brief national sensations. The Castaways never found another moment quite like it, but Liar, Liar stuck around, appearing in movies, popping up on retro playlists, and reminding listeners of the delicious chaos of youth. It's messy, it's loud, it's unforgettable, and that's exactly why it worked. Number 11, You Turn Me On by Ian Whitcomb. You Turn Me On is one of those songs that feels like it slipped into the party uninvited and somehow became the center of attention. Ian Whitcomb didn't sound like the polished British invasion stars dominating the charts. Nope. He came in with a playful falsetto, a wink in his delivery, and a vocal break that felt half accidental, half genius. You see, the magic of this song is that it feels spontaneous, almost reckless. During recording, a microphone stand even crashed into the wall, and instead of stopping the take, Whitcomb just kept going. That chaotic charm carried the song to number 8 on the Billboard chart, giving him his one shining moment in the American spotlight. He never repeated the feat, drifting into writing and academia instead. But this song? It remains a quirky time capsule, a reminder that sometimes the most memorable moments are the messy ones.
Head in hand, turn my face to the wall.
Number 12, You've Got to Hide Your Love Away by the Silkie.
You've got to hide your love away.
Some covers try to copy the original. The Silkie's version of You've Got to Hide Your Love Away does something different. It softens it.
If she's gone, I can't go on. Fear.
Turns the melody into something gentler, almost like a lullaby for a rainy afternoon. You see, the Beatles version had that raw Lennon ache. The Silkie brought warmth instead, layering folk harmonies that feel like a hand on your shoulder. And here's the twist.
How can I even try?
Lennon and McCartney actually helped them record it. Paul played guitar, George shook a tambourine. Imagine being a young folk group and having the Beatles literally in the room.
Hearing them, seeing them.
The song climbed to number 10 in the US, giving the Silkie a fleeting brush with stardom. They never reached those heights again, but their rendition still lingers, a softer echo of a classic. It reminds you that sometimes a whisper carries farther than a shout.
But baby, rain must fall.
Number 13, Baby the Rain Must Fall by Glenn Yarbrough.
It's me, baby, I must go.
Baby the Rain Must Fall feels like a quiet walk with your thoughts trailing behind you. Glenn Yarbrough's voice, warm, steady, unmistakably gentle, carries the song like someone reading a heartfelt letter aloud.
See, some men fly above the sky.
Fresh off his time with the Limelighters, he stepped into this solo moment with a softness that stands out in a decade full of bold sounds. You see, the mix of David Gates' clean arrangement and Earl Palmer's crisp drumming turns the track into something peaceful, almost cinematic.
For silver, I do not love for gold.
The song reached number 12 on the Billboard chart and became the emotional anchor for the Steve McQueen film of the same name. Yarbrough never matched its commercial success, but he didn't need to. This song became his signature.
Is mine to give away. It never will be sold.
It lingers not because it shouts, but because it speaks gently to anyone who's ever weathered a tough chapter and kept on moving anyway. Number 14, A Walk in the Black Forest by Horst Jankowski. If instrumental songs could smile, A Walk in the Black Forest would wear the biggest grin. It's light, airy, and somehow manages to sound like sunlight dancing through trees. Horst Jankowski, a German pianist rooted in classical training, didn't set out to make a pop hit, yet this upbeat little piece swept across America like a pleasant surprise. You see, 1965 wasn't exactly overflowing with instrumental chart toppers, but this one broke through, reaching number 12 on the Billboard Hot 100 and hitting number 1 on the Easy Listening chart. It's the kind of tune you'd hear floating behind a vintage TV commercial or drifting through a breezy living room on a lazy afternoon. Jankowski never scored another hit of this size, but he didn't need to. This song remains a gentle escape, a reminder that music doesn't always need words to paint a memory. Number 15, Baby I Love You by Fred Hughes. Fred Hughes brought something rare to the mid-60s soul scene. Sincerity you could feel before he even finished the first line. Baby I Love You isn't flashy. It doesn't try to reinvent the wheel.
Ooh, baby, I love you.
Instead, it settles into a warm groove, like a slow dance under soft lights at the end of a long night. Hughes's voice glides effortlessly, smooth as velvet, carrying the kind of romantic honesty that makes you believe every word. You see, the production is simple, but that's what makes it shine. The song climbed into the R&B top 5, giving Hughes his one brush with major success. After that, label troubles and shifting trends pulled him away from the spotlight. But this track remains a quiet treasure, the kind of soul song you rediscover and think, why wasn't this bigger? Some hits whisper instead of shout. This one whispers beautifully. And there you have it, 15 sparks from 1965, each one burning bright for a moment before fading into the great jukebox of memory. That's the beauty of one-hit wonders. They don't stay long, but they leave fingerprints on the heart. Maybe it's a dance you remember, a car ride, a voice that carried you through a moment you didn't realize mattered. So tell me, which of these songs takes you back the fastest? Drop your memories in the comments. I love hearing the stories behind your nostalgia. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Until next time, keep the rewind spinning.
When you're on the street, you got to be able to pick out the easy meat.